This is the OnePlus Pad 4 and it's one of the most powerful tablets launching in India. It's coming on April 30 and this is currently the only tablet in India powered by Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. That's flagship level performance in a tablet. So naturally, expectations are through the roof. Gaming, multitasking, everyday smoothness, this thing should handle all of it without breaking a sweat. Now what makes it even more interesting is what came before it. The previous Gen Pad 3 became a big hit, still selling around 50,000 rupees for the 12GB plus 256GB variant. So with this upgrade, I am expecting the Pad 4 to land somewhere between 55,000 rupees to 65,000 rupees. And if that happens, this could be a serious problem for everything else in this segment. Now before we go any further, if you're into these first looks and deep dives, make sure you're subscribed for more. Let's start with the unboxing. You get this massive white and red box which is very typical of OnePlus tablets. Lift the lid and you're greeted by the tablet itself. We'll set that aside for a moment and see what else is inside. Right at the top there's a red cardboard box that holds the usual documentation. Under that you get a 80-watt charging brick along with the OnePlus signature red and white cable, which is a USB-A to USB-C cable. The unit we have here is in the Dune Glow finish and it comes in this sleek and slim unibody metal design. It looks clean and minimal with no flashy patterns or textures, and even the OnePlus logo is kept subtle. The camera module is a simple pill-shaped unit placed vertically. Towards the top of the back panel, you get pogo pins for accessories like a keyboard folio. The top edge has magnets which let you snap the Stylo Pro pen into place. Compared to the Pad 3, not much has changed in terms of design, apart from the repositioned pogo pins. This is the Wi-Fi only variant, so no SIM slot and no micro SD card support. For connectivity, you get Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6 and a USB Type-C port rated at USB 3.2 Gen 1 speeds. Speaker grills sit on the top and bottom edges, while the power button is placed up top and the volume rockers are along the side. Now this is the flagship tablet from OnePlus this year. So naturally, the display is a big focus here. You are looking at 13.2-inch 3.4K true color panel with a 144Hz refresh rate. And in my initial testing, it has been holding up really well. The panel is Dolby Vision certified, so HDR content looks fantastic. I have genuinely enjoyed watching content on this, whether it is Netflix or YouTube. Colors look rich, contrast is solid, and it feels like a proper media consumption device. OnePlus claims a peak brightness of 1000 nits in HBM mode. The display can also show over 68 billion colors thanks to its 12-bit-like panel along with the 98% coverage for the DCI P3 color gamut. Audio is just as impressive. You get 8 high-fidelity speakers and that really adds to the immersion when watching movies or shows. My only complaint is the bezels. For a tablet this size, you need something to hold on to, and these are a bit too slim. For performance, like I mentioned before, the OnePlus Pad 4 gets the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, and this is about as top tier as it gets right now. You also get LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.1 storage, so on paper, everything here screams speed. Now I haven't run a full set of benchmarks yet, I'm saving it for the full review, but after using it for a few days, things are looking very promising. Day-to-day usage has been smooth, scrolling through the UI, switching between apps, browsing social media, handling emails, all of it feels quick and responsive without any hiccups. Gaming has also been solid so far. The combination of the Snapdragon chip and the 144Hz display really starts to show its strength. For a full breakdown of the gaming performance and benchmarks, stay tuned for the full review. For cameras, we get a 13-megapixel sensor on the back and an 8-megapixel camera on the front. On the software side, the OnePlus Pad 4 runs the tablet version of Android 16 based on Oxygen OS 16 right out of the box. And it already feels like a proper productivity machine. So far, the UI has been smooth and fluid, and there is a good level of customization to explore. Oxygen OS 16 continues to shine with features like Open Canvas, which makes multitasking feel far more natural on a larger screen like this. And then there's the OnePlus Stylo Pro. You get 2 tips in the box, a regular one and a black tip for more precise work. And you can genuinely feel the difference when you switch. For note-taking, for sketching, it just feels natural. No lag, no weird delay. It just follows your hand. OnePlus is claiming over 16,000 levels of pressure sensitivity. And for once, it doesn't feel like a spec you ignore. Light strokes, heavy strokes, it actually responds the way you expect. And that's honestly the best thing I can say about it. Now quickly moving over to the battery, you get a 13380 mAh cell, which is a solid step up from the 12140 mAh unit on the OnePlus Pad 3. So far, the battery life has been on point, but more tests are needed before I deliver the final verdict. Charging is also pretty fast at 80 watt wired, but since this is such a large battery, the biggest OnePlus has ever used, a full charge from 0 to 100% takes time. So to wrap this up, with the OnePlus Pad 4, you're getting a top-tier Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, a big 3.4K 144Hz display, and a really solid audio setup. On paper, this looks like a proper powerhouse. But the real question is, apart from that new chipset, is this actually a big upgrade over OnePlus Pad 3? Or are you just paying more for better performance? That's what makes this interesting. If you want a full Pad 3 versus Pad 4 comparison, let me know in the comments and I'll catch you in the next one.